Hello, thank you for clicking in. My name is Rainy April, and this is everything I would like to show you in today's video. I have Cooking Member stuck here, but first I'd like to talk about a few items that you may or may have not seen by me. I have so many games, scratch-offs, and kits that I feel have been lost or forgotten, and I think it's time to bring them all back. So I spent several days revamping my Etsy shop. Everything looks new, some prices were lower, some items got a slight facelift, and some items are back in stock after several months of being out now. And I'd like to start with those. Okay, so first is my Rainy Day Savings book. I get asked quite a bit if I plan on making any wannabe, and the answer is yes and no. I have no plans to make a saving book as in-depth as this one. This took a very long time for me to design all of the original games, and honestly, I got like 3 migraines during a period of making this. So the thought of making a book as in-depth as this one makes me very tense. But let me go ahead and show you what each one equates. So I had a spiral bind, dust cover, and we have just like go for you. There we go. I have the intro page, the Savings Challenge Tracker page. And then this is your anytime challenges, which includes a no spend day. This is undated, so there's no like Monday through Sunday that you can track your no spend days very easily using this. Then they have emergency funds. And I changed it to the $10 each icon to save up 500 when completing it. Used to be 1,000, but it's been changed now. This is your 100 envelope challenge. We know that there's multiple ways you can play that one as well. Then we have our seasonals. And for each symbol, it tells you to save $1 or $2 each. So here's spring, summer, fall, and then winter. And then we have our monthlies. And this is a January. So you roll your dice, and as many dice as you want. You say the amount, color the symbol, and then you take the totals of everything. So example, if you say 42 up here, just you could say 42 again, or you can add the two together for 6, and that is your final jam. This is February Love, and you select the heart to scratch and save the amount. And I always thought this one was pretty funny because you had me, I pay cash, save for me, let's save, debt breaker, hug money, and eat plus money. I just thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I was proud of myself for making those up. But you just scratch a heart and save for now underneath. And you can have March, which is grab your deck and draw 2 cards. Card values are the numbers. So example, 6 times 6 and face colors are 20. It's the big one. I know that's a spicy one, but you could always just date 2 instead if you want. Then you save your choice of the high or the low amount. So there's that little barrier as well. So if you do draw 2 cards and they're both space cards, you're going to have to get a little creative. If you pull 2 clubs, you save an extra dollar, and then you like the amount that you save in here. And April Showers is a board game, so you roll through there. Make flowers. You plant your seed by writing your chosen start amount in this box. Then you help your flowers grow by rolling as many dice as you'd like and save the amount rolled. Write the amounts you saved on the hearts and flowers. So first you save your starting amount, and then you roll your dice and work your way up all of these. Genido fish. How many fish are on your line? You scratch a bubble, and it tells you how many fish to scratch. Roll as many dice as you wish to see how much each fish is worth. And then you color each fish that you cast to sell. So if you scratched one of these and it said that you had 2 fish, you roll your dice again and it said you got a 4, so it'd be $4 each. Of course, you can use a 3-sided dice, you can use some low amounts, or always add them together. Then we have July pops. The July weather can be hectic, so you just save based off of the current weather and then power and save. This is a fair game. It's pretty fun. It's a little bit in depth, but you just follow it along and it guides you through everything you're supposed to do. September is an I Spy. Okay, so something you use that's say card. I use my card. And then you click how many letter bonds, CAIDS, and you save $5. And there is a prompt for each one. And we have October abduction. You scratch these off, make you get an alien. You have to pay $10 to return home or $5 to be dropped off somewhere in middle America. And if you get a cow to take your place, roll as many dice as you wish for the amount still left in your pocket. You know how that one works. November market are these cute little gnomes, and then a dice can you roll through. And then December freeze. Can you make it to the end of your rows? So let me show you this one. I'm not going to torture you too long, but I do want to explain this one a little bit. So you rolled a 3, okay? And write your 3 here. And you roll it down. 2. Okay, so let's say that $5 you had to stop. If you have to stop, then your fund you're going to go through your choice of savings or debt. But if you can roll all the way to the end, you get to choose where your funds go. So that is how that one works. You can stop at any time, but if you keep going, you get something for yourself. I want to have some notes and the back of it. This book was created to be like the book. It has everything, but I really do enjoy making these smaller saving books like this one. Okay. Sitting in the jam. You get to stay along Berry Dares. I updated it slightly for lower budgets. But let's go ahead and take a peek. So first you have your challenge truffer, which includes all of the games and an extra row to read it, and then a place for your notes. 26 weeks to jam. So this will be 526 weeks, so half the year, if you can view all of these with the amounts as they say. And you have mini dairy mission. Let me show you this one. So up here, you stay with me by rolling your dice. Okay. So I got an even roll. So I can choose to say 2, 4, or 6 until I fill that up. And 1, 3, or 5 with the odd rolls. You I got it. Until that one is filled up. And then on the bottom here, this little guy, you say with him by choosing your columns for your highs and lows. So you could technically use one roll per vote if you wanted color in this one and then color in this one. But you can play separately as well. So that would be a higher roll. So you could choose to say 4 or 5 for $6 that roll. Then you have Mystery Bears. Help the bears with their mystery berries. Scratch and save based on the timeless day. So if it's daytime, scratch a strawberry. And if it's nighttime, scratch a blueberry. And if you want an extra challenge, add the minutes of the current time together. So if it was 5:15 a.m., take your 1 and 5 for 6. And if it's nighttime, save the hour. So if it was 7 p.m., you save $7. That's just a little extra bonus if you want to add that. Then you have berry picking. Save your choice of $1, $2, or $5 a berry. We have the Berry Cafe. So you can roll your dice to see what you'll purchase in each row. You can play one row at a time or move all the way down. Here's your brunch, your cakes, your drinks, and their snacks. Everything is $1 through $6 on these. And we have the Berry Cupcake Wars. So this game works with the last 2 games, which is Pink Blueberry and Pink Strawberry. So on here, you will roll your dice to see which team you're on. That was terrible. Okay, so odd. So we got an odd. So we scratch one of these, and under here is a number. So let's say we scratched one of these and we got a 3. On Team Strawberry's page, we can choose 3 cupcakes to color. So these ones at the top are $1, and these ones at the bottom are $3. And you can add extra strawberries for $1 each if you choose. So you keep going until all of the baskets are done and you see which team wins. But you don't stop, because once you have your winner, you save $1 for every cupcake still remaining to color on the opposite team. So Pink Strawberry won, and he still had 6 cupcakes left on Team Blueberry. That is save that $6, and then keep going to complete both teams. So let me show you these pages a little better. There's Team Strawberry and Team Blueberry. And that is the Seating is My Jam book. I really like this one. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, I do plan on making more smaller book types like that. Okay, what next? Let's go over our busy colors. And get on the dashboard here. Okay, you may have no idea, but 3 years ago, I was the first person to create savings cards. There were none, zero. So these became super popular, super quick. I am getting low on the stock that ID has, and I will not be printing these again. So if you do like these, then you should grab a pack soon because once they are gone, they're gone. Like that's it. I do offer an A6 on A5 dashboard with this as an option if you'd like, but as you can see, this is a pretty thick deck. And the backs are holographic. And this is my deck, so the little mess up. I guess I took out the instructions, but there are 2 instruction cards that come with it. But there are 54 cards total. And there are a ton of different games in here. You've got Selling Bee. Okay, so first you've got Saved, based off the last genre of the Bookie Bread. You got Spelling Bee. They have Bramerging Bees. We have Wildflowers. Sage off the genre of The Last Thing You Watched. He has little Honey Monies. Mail. I mean, the list goes on and on. There are a ton of games in you. You can play this as a standalone game, or you can always add these as little extras to your other statings challenges. Yeah, that was a Infinite Disney cards. And let's move on to... Okay. So Card Castle is years old. It sold out like a year ago, and I never restocked it. That it got a slight facelift, and this is what the kit comes with now. Okay, so here is the A6 dashboard, and you can choose an A5 or an A6 kit, but these are A6 no matter what. You get like 20 vintage chicks. There's at least 18 in the next. That's what you should have. Let me go ahead and show you really quickly one game playthrough. So here are your instructions. Your goal is to get a tic-tac-toe type thing, okay, using the same cards. Speaking of playing card, I ordered some playing cards for this, and they will have the Card Castle design on there. I'll pop these up on the screen for you. They will be very reasonably priced, so if you'd like to order Card Castle with those cards, that should be available in about 2 weeks-ish. Okay. I wish they were here so I could show you how nice and be, but let me show you how this works. So this is your black suits, and this is your red suits. So when you draw a card, so I got a Jack of Spades. Let me get some of these out. First, put these on the middle. Okay, so Jack of Spades is a black card, so I can choose any Jack over here that I want. And I'm going to go with that one. All right, next is a Five of Clubs. So that's not a face card, but I can choose any of these little club symbols, and I'm going to go with this one. A 5 of Diamonds, either here, pick a diamond. Okay, Jack of Clubs. So now I can pick another Jack or a club. I'm going to go with this Jack. Ace are clubs. I'll go with this Ace. Queen of Diamond. This is a longer game than I expected. There's a Queen. 2 of Spades. I think it's Hanagueras. Guess it is. Okay. So that gave us, we got 1 up and down and 1 left to right. So that would mean that we would save $3 and $5. So we would take $8 total for that. And you can keep going to start over wherever you would like. But that is Card Castle. Absolutely one of my favorite games of all time. So these are the games that I like making the most. You may or may not remember that I made one called Strawberry Picnic. That one will be coming back too, along with my Day 5 and a few others. I just have to adapt them to being handmade because I used to have them professionally printed, and I'm not going that route anymore. I also made a few little things for Etsy. So the first thing I want to show you, which I love this. This is the vintage sticks dashboard for your scratch-offs. I went from Scratch and Smith to Scratch and Save, so any 80 kids are going to definitely remember that. So this is just the A5 dashboard insert, but I will have A6 and A5s available in one download. So I went and made all of my scratch-offs into the, I thought it was super cute. I also made these cute little blue box, and they are mini $1, $2, $8, $4, and $5 prop money. I'm going back to full digital, and I will be using these and many other prop monies very shortly. You can see that on my budget video, which is coming out shortly. And then I made my first box challenge, called it Autumn Days, and this is going to start out as a physical product. Okay, so this is Autumn Day, and it is everything is double-sided. So here is your Cozy Market and autumn colors, the Haunted Farm, Baked with Love. Okay, shut the box. How many pumpkins are in your pie version? And say you're not the catch-all for anything you have left over if you don't like keep claim. This is a scratch-off for a pumpkin latte. So you roll your dice and figure out which row you're going in. And if you find a pumpkin, you will save $5. And this is the back. These are the cards. Here's the back. And here's the front. I'll just give you an idea of how a few look. There's an extra Warrior Dead to Babe. There's some of the Haunted Farm. There are some bonuses on some of them. But it is just a cute little game that I am very, very happy with. So this will also be available in Etsy. And don't forget, I do have the code for you guys, BooBucks. And if you are a member on Ko-fi, I have a 30% coupon for you guys to make sure that you look in the members post where you can get that code. Okay, then I made the basic size autumn scratch-offs. These stickers are amazing. I am so in love with them, and I cannot wait to make more things for them. But these are super cute, and I only made 50 of each. So what you see on Etsy and Cozy is what is available. So this is the mushroom deer, and he got me beautiful red scratch-offs. If you buy a mushroom, you save $3, and he will save you $27 total. Then you have a latte bunny, and he's got green sparkly stickers. If you find a copy, you save $5. For a total of $40 savings on him. And finally, the little pumpkin mouse was saving $20+ because if you find a pumpkin, you will roll the stage, so it will be over 20. And he's got pink glittery stickers. Aren't they cute? Okay, one last thing to show you before the Ko-fi numbers stop. Okay, so here's the last thing I want to show you. This is the 3D bingo tracker that will be available to download for our second annual Halloween party. This is not a traditional bingo. It had bingo flavor, but it's all about saving. So if you want to come to the Halloween party, I promise you will have fun. And if you like it or you want to see what it's about before the party, I have relaunched my YouTube bingo membership here, and we will be playing every other Friday here on YouTube. The members download is already available in the members area, and that will start on October 3rd. I didn't take that. And I think the changes that I have made to this game will make it a lot more fun overall. So now instead of the 2 rounds and the trivia games and all the other stuff, I have consolidated it to just 1 round of play, and then we will continue on to get the cover all. So that will all make sense when you guys go, but this will be available for download on the 31st at the Halloween party for free for everybody. All right, here we go. Let's show and tell the Ko-fi members items. All right, the scene is a Cozy Market, and it is all of these cute little forest animals that are bartering their harvest. So first is the freebie. This is for everybody. So this will be available tomorrow. The members treat bag is some autumn fun. We have these 3 tinies. The squirrel is a roll and save. The little mouse is a choose your mouse, and the hedgehog is a choose your mouse plus a roll and save. Then I have this sweet little Hello Pumpkin bear card for your binder or your wallet or even your desk. And then this cute little beer, which you can choose the amounts and color and save those. And then finally, we have an A6 market stall where you can choose what each little harvested item is work and save. Super cute set. I really love how we all came together. And then you have Go See Dashboards. It's a set for your A6 minis. I don't have it printed. I can't find it, but I will pop it up on the screen and you can go ahead and grab that if you are a member for your Freebie Fridays or your Mini Mondays. Okay, now the Little Caucus savings this month. Oh, this is a, I gave you guys a little dashboard with your treat bag download, so that is part of that. Now we're moving on to a couple of datings download this month. So I really done out, all on this one. So this is the download, and it said, but the ghosts from last month have left you with a magic pumpkin patch that grows pumpkins all year long. You stayed up all night and found a secret recipe that turns pumpkins into a potion. Okay, so every time you draw a pumpkin, you're going to save here. You can make this a DIY scratch off with 1-inch stickers if you'd like, or you can just leave it blank and toss it as you want. So every time you draw a pumpkin in your shop, we're going to save here. Right, after you are in the secret recipe, you unlock this menu. So in order to unlock a secret recipe, you need a pumpkin and a cinnamon in one of your orders. And I have included more cinnamons and pumpkin card with this, like a full sheet of both, so that you can add extras to your deck, so that your chances go up to learn the secret recipe. But once you learn the secret recipe, from that point on, whenever you draw a pumpkin, you can use this A6 tracker. So for each one, you roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. You will save the amount because that's what you made. So if you roll a 4, you had made pumpkin cupcakes, and you will save $3 for that order. I will be playing this with my tea veins this month. So if you guys want to see it in action, all you gotta do is watch one of those and we complete how it works. Okay, and then I have printed 25 packets of that in a physical count. And these will be available to everyone regardless if they are a member or not. So you can go ahead and rack this no matter what. So it includes, I did make this a scratch off, but just smaller than the DIY one. And here is give you what a stronger. Okay. Inside packet, which you can use for your savings funds if you'd like, or just to hold things, you would get these cinnamons, and the rest 3 pumpkins, and I'm happy to say up the background on this sign. And then your secret recipe potion. So that is the packet. Again, there will be 25 bees available to everyone, whether you are a member or not. All right, and certainly, last but not least, is the Scratch Off Club packet. I have made an extra 10 of these packets that will be also available to everyone. To be completely honest, I considered opening up 10 slots in my membership, but after I made all of this, I realized that I cannot handle that many members. So if you want a chance to see what the membership stuff is like, this is your chance. Let's go ahead and look pretty. So first is a save $30 Little Bear specialty die cut scratch off for you. And okay, so spoiler alert, some of you're gonna see your surprise freeze. So if you don't want to see them, then don't look. So here is your envelope packet. Here's your can-do. And then each one of you will get one of the 3. So this one got the Apple Mouse. You get a laminated Hello Pumpkin binder card. This cute little cutout, say $15 hedgehog bookmark. And then this is one of your freebies. This is a little squirrel. Toy pod. You get cute. It was one of my favorite things. And bit an A6 of the market stall. There's your deer, and then this is also your surprise extra little bear. Okay, so that was a huge launch for me. I hope that you guys will be super motivated by all the cute Woody brand characters that are cheering you on. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one, guys, which will be my budgeting video. I'll see you then. Bye.